So this is not exactly a trauma video. This is more, it happened at the same time as everything that happened. And so it might be associated, but I think I don't know. Just let me share this with you. I'm just going to lay out my heart. And I've tried for many years just to keep going and not say anything because it wouldn't be right. It wouldn't be polite. It might hurt someone's feelings. But honestly, I just don't care anymore because the only person that seems to be impacted by this is me. And so I used to, when I came into the church, November 12th, 2006, I had this big fight, this big desire to just go and conquer the world. And it's a wonderful way to live, really, because you have so much energy and gusto and fight in you just to keep going. And up until Evelyn disclosed, there was just this strong passion within me. And it wasn't just, my spiritual walk changed very, very much. So we had just moved from Minnesota to Tennessee. So we'd started at a new church. And then Evelyn disclosed, like I moved down in June, she disclosed in August. Evelyn had been at our church since January. My husband and my younger daughter had been here since March. And so they had known our family for about 8 months. And after they disclosed, I literally had no one in the state of Tennessee. And I was like, oh my goodness, what I need is people filled with the Spirit, just to be my friend, just to kind of hook arms with and help. And so I just started trying my best. And I started reaching out to people. Stop. I started reaching out to people within the church because I figured they get, that desire you have in your heart just to worship Christ. And it was rejected. It was ignored. It was discarded. It was disregarded. I kept trying as much as I could, especially once I started to get healthier, because at first I was such a zombie, but I still knew I needed friends. So I'd reach out, I'd be like, hey, how are you doing? I would ask about them. And I would just wish for anything, for someone just to say, hey, you want to get a cup of coffee? How are you doing? How's your walk going? What are you praying for? What can I pray for you? It never happened. I go to the pastor's wife. She's like, you just need to be friendly. And I'm like, I don't know how else to do this besides continue to reach out to people, and they're not interested. And after a while, I just stopped trying because nobody in that church was really interested in having a friendship. And so I just kept going, right? People were always nice. People were always polite when you were around, but nobody ever tried to go beyond that. And spiritually, I just started dying. And it was really scary because I had no fight left in me, but I just held on to what I believed in and just kept moving, even if it was really slowly. I have never stopped reading my Bible. I pray, not every day anymore, because I'm noticing that it's it's harder to hold on. And so I'm gonna grab my dog because she's crazy. And so finally, after just enough stuff going on in our church, my whole family going, we're not getting anything out of this. This is not right. Things are just not okay. So we left, and we now go to a very good church. They're very nice there, but it's about 35 miles away. And when you get up at 3 in the morning, it's very hard to go be at a service in the middle of the week. I've been told my whole spiritual life, if you just truly love God, you'll go to the Wednesday night service. You just make the sacrifice. Those are people that don't get up at 3 in the morning. And those are people who don't have kids that need to get to bed at a steady time because they have sleep insomnia and stuff like that. And every time I haven't gone, I have been rebuked because I get it. You are not supposed to forsake the assembly of fellow Christians. I get it. But at what cost? And so I dabble on both sides, and I just feel guilty all the time. And then I realized I was listening to Christian music just the other day, and I was with my daughter. There's nothing there. She's not singing along. She's not enjoying it. I think she's just tolerating it because I have it on and it's my house. And every time it hurts, every time it breaks me, because it just reminds me that there is no one that encourages me in my walk. There is no one that actually reads their Bible, prays, and loves the things of God in my entire life in the way that I understand, the way that I love Jesus. And it breaks my heart. And I woke up this morning going, I think I'm dying. I think I'm broken. I'm confused and I'm lost. And I'm not bragging on anybody, but I remember talking about in trauma counseling, maybe I just don't need friends. Maybe I'm just not meant to, because no matter what I did, nobody cared. Nobody cared enough to go more than shallow or surface level. And I crave that. There's just this longing within me to have what I just heard someone else say in our new church, an accountability partner. I've always wanted a mentor. For 20 years, I've begged God for a mentor in the walk. And when I was in the church in Bemidji, I was yelled at because I'm like, I just need something deeper. I need something more. I can't pay for it. I just need someone who goes deep into God's word and just finds it exciting. And I was yelled at because, why do you keep coming to me about that? That was the pastor. And so I learned to just leave it. Don't say anything. I started doing like Bible studies with the church, outside of church, and that was really nice. And then we left Bemidji and we came down to Tennessee, and I offered a Bible study. And I had like 3 people, and then I had 0 people. And so that's when I started doing the videos. And then I was asked to teach some classes Sunday mornings, and so I did, and that worked for a little while. But it was still just me speaking. There was no really gleaning from someone else's wisdom, but it was enough for a while, and then that stopped. And it's been a minute since I even got to delve deep like that. When you lose that, what do you have left? Do you know how hard it is to walk spiritually when no one cares? No one asks. I literally go months without talking about Jesus because I have no one that reads their Bible, prays, and is excited about that stuff. I know there are people out there like that. I just can't find them, or they're just not interested in talking to me about it. This is not a pity party. This is just, I don't know what to do. I'm so committed, but I'm losing hope that it's ever going to change spiritually. That someday I'll have someone who gets it, who encourages me, who cares about me, who actually wants to encourage me in my walk by using Bible verses, holding me accountable for what's right, what's wrong. There's not anyone. It feels like my family is waiting for me just to give up completely so that they can have the life that they want. And I'm holding them back. Do you know how hard that is? It's pretty hard. But you know what else it is? Lonely, defeating, isolating, discouraging, and hopeless. After a while, you just stop fighting because they just don't want it. And I refuse to push God and everything beautiful about God on people that don't want it, because why would you do that? That's just shoving Jesus down someone's throat, and I won't do that. And so I would really love someone, anyone, just to see this and look at the people in your life and go, how are they doing spiritually? People that love Jesus and live for Jesus and have been through quite a bit. How are they really doing? It has to be more than a 30-minute conversation. You actually have to sacrifice time and all of your games on your phone and everything else to check on them. Because it has been, many, many years. It has been since I left Alaska in 2008, since I've had one person to really check on me spiritually. I do pretty well for the most part, but after everything that happened, it's hard to continue, it's hard to go on, it's hard to continue to fight when you literally have no encouragement. And I don't do this to get accolades or recognition or acknowledgement. But I just got to say it out there.